Welcome to Interview with a Backpacker, weekly on Spotify and iTunes.
For everyone that lives today. Today it's which date is today? Today is the 1st of October. My name is Daysun, I'm your friend and supporter. I'm sitting bored in my shared house. It has 28 degrees outside. It's very humid and I'm a backpacker. Every week I'm trying to interview another backpacker, and today in front of me this beautiful person, Patrick from France.
Hi guys.
So, I have a couple of questions for you. We're gonna make it not too long. It's gonna be some fast questions, and let's see. Let's start with something to break the ice. If you would be in a video game, and you know these role-playing games, and you give yourself some attributes, what are the 2 attributes you would give yourself? And you can only choose 2.
Like a kind of superpowers. No. What are the attributes? You mean?
To describe yourself.
Describe myself with 2 attributes.
2 is not much. That's the clue in this
Kind of
question.
in video games. Do you have that?
Like in video games, if you play, I played World of Warcraft for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you
What
have
would
like,
it be for you? Just give me an idea.
For me, it would be.
World of Warcraft I played once with my friends and was like orcas and big monsters.
Yeah, and you skill like you can skill, for example, you can skill magic, or you can skill.
I've been playing support and I was quite enjoying it.
Really? Which class did you play?
I don't know. I have no idea. I was just playing a couple of nights. I was good. I was not good support because it's a really hard game, but it was my role. And it would probably be my role if I was good in the game, to be here to help friends.
You be a supporter. They're very rare. It was always in the group. We were always looking for more supporters.
Yeah. No one wants to do that.
Okay, so you supporter.
Maybe
that's one of your characteristics.
Maybe.
So I'm a damage dealer then.
Yeah, making damage.
I was always looking how much attack can I make per second. And maybe some attribute about myself is I'm definitely an active person. I need to do something. I like to talk, and as well I like to do sports every day. Since I was born, since I was 4, I was in a football club. There was never ever a time I was not doing sports since then. It's gym, football, beach volleyball. So sporty and
moving all the time, eating. Yeah, good, active.
Sometimes active, even if it's cleaning,
even if it's cleaning, anything.
I have to do anything.
Just doing something. Yeah.
So besides supporter.
Besides that, I don't know. I'm thinking a lot, maybe too much sometimes. Some kind of strategy, maybe, like thinking, analyzing, and trying to help with all I can get.
Are you thinking about stuff that's going to happen in the future, or are you thinking about stuff that already happened?
That's gonna happen probably in the future. Just trying to get things right. I don't know.
So you want to predict situations?
No, I'm not like predicting situations. I've been like this, and I knew that it was not the best because you cannot predict situation. You cannot go in the future.
No.
Just trying to. I actually at the moment I think I try to go back in the present, which is hard to be in the present.
Okay.
To be like spontaneous and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good.
So but maybe the nature push me to try to anticipate, even if I know now that I can't.
Yeah, that's why I started this podcast. It was like for everyone that lives in the moment. I hopefully said it. I already can't remember, but if I didn't, I just put it at the beginning of the podcast, and also I'm putting in an intro. Okay, perfect. So the second question. Let's start with something. Are you patriotic? As a French person, are you patriotic?
Wow, that's a complex question.
It is.
Am I patriotic? I'd say that I like my country.
Yeah.
I love my country. France. I'm so lucky I've been born and raised there. I'm so lucky to have the culture, and even more now that I'm traveling, I know I get to know what makes friends, what makes. That's crazy. When you talk to people, you always have someone that will say something about France, and I'm not sure that every country has like this kind of identity worldwide. So I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud that French has the food.
Yeah.
And I've been living in this because of my dad. I told you is chef, so I've been raised in the French idea of this, of the good food, the good things. So yeah, I'm feeling blessed, lucky to be French. But then there are always good stuff and bad stuff. So, but I think everywhere. So yeah. So the answer might be yes, I am, without that to imply anything. I don't want the France to be the only country. I don't want to. This is just this place.
So
it's not the first. It's a good one.
You enjoy your French, but you wouldn't be offended if someone else says, "Yeah, you're French because you're French."
Yeah.
Because this and that or whatever happened, and
Yeah.
you're not offended. Or something.
Yeah, and even when they do criticism about France, yeah, that's true. French are all the time complaining about everything, and it's true. You can see that French has the kind of shitty accent that you can hear probably now, and a lot of bad stuff.
But
a
I
lot of good
don't
stuff as
mind
well.
the complaining. I think when French people complain, it's a lot, but they thought about something before.
Yeah.
They had something in vision, and they.
Maybe that's due to history. We've been the country to have a revolution, and maybe we keep that.
What else do we have here? How many beers do you drink a week?
How many beers? It depends. Now I'm traveling, so a lot, I think. I can tell now. For the past month, a lot. A week, maybe 3, 4, 5 a day. But that's only for a month, and then before that it was quiet for many months. So yeah.
I would actually say the same about me.
Yeah.
It became so much.
Too much.
Not too much.
Not
For
too much.
beer, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
From someone, I'm from Munich.
You're German.
It's like my mom. She drinks every time. She drinks a beer at 12 at the noontime, and at night for her it's normal. It's still okay. You can. What I like about Munich a lot is like you don't have to hide the beer. You just have it in your hand.
Yeah.
I don't know about France, but you just walk along the
Yeah.
streets and go into the parks and drink some beer.
That's culture.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like that. How is it in Paris? You said Paris.
I think you can't drink alcohol in the street in France, but we do enjoy alcohol all the time. You know,
Why?
red wine, all the stuff.
So, Patrick, when you went traveling, did you go for any aim? Is there something you were looking for?
Sure.
What is it?
I don't think we travel or we leave our family, our friends, for nothing. At the beginning, I couldn't tell. I remember just before I left, I was in a good situation. I had a good job with my friends, some really, really good friends I made over there. And one of them just asked me, but you have everything here. You have a nice apartment. We were doing parties, good parties with friends every night. They will be going after work to my place, before going to a bar or somewhere every night, or after the bar going to my place. It was really nice, yeah. And they asked me, why do you leave that? You have everything. So this guy left Africa to come to France, and he thought that France was the best, was the greener he's ever seen, and so he was wondering why I could leave that. But for me it was the same. I knew that there was something else somewhere else. And so, yeah, I was support for my family for a long time. It was time for me to take time for me, just to support myself, grow, get better, learn, and not regret later in my life. I've never traveled. I heard so many people saying, I regret so much not traveling when I was younger. I wish I was your age to do it again now. So I did it. I picked a destination.
I guess I think the same. It's easy at home. You know everything. You know how everything works.
Everything works. You have your situation, and the more I go, the more I travel, the more I learn what I want to do. Because the thing is, in the daily life, we're trying to be happy. I think trying to get enough money to live, have a happy family and everything. and sometimes we're just struggling or we don't think about it every day. But when we are traveling, we are wondering why are we traveling and what are we learning. And most of the thing I'm learning now is how to be happy. Doesn't mean that I am, but means that I'm looking for this.
Doesn't mean you're not happy. It doesn't.
Yeah,
it
just mean that I'm on the way. I'm on the path.
Affected by so many new things. Like even if it's just drinking mate with the Argentinian guys.
Yeah.
It's like a cultural, or making barbecue with them. It's like so much different than doing it at home.
Yeah, it's different, and yeah, I know that I learn. So same for my jobs. When I was in my jobs, as long as I'm learning, I keep doing it. As long as I'm moving forward, I need to move, even if it's not like sport. Maybe like for you all the time. It's always I need to progress. Everyone, maybe some people doesn't need to progress, but for me, I need always to learn to do something to.
Actually, there's like this
something meaningful.
There's this documentary, and they really question the lifestyle of people saying they have to improve themselves and what comes with it and what thoughts you should have about it. I haven't read it yet, but that's something I'm definitely going to read. And sometimes I'm not sure if I have to improve myself. If this thought alone causes a lot of stress that is actually not necessary at all. Just to agree with what you said.
Yeah.
I have a cool next question. I can't wait to ask it. This one is a little bit tricky. So, how long are you living in Australia for?
I've been living in Australia for just more than 1 year now.
Okay.
1 year.
So, how many dollar notes are invisible in the middle?
What?
Like how many? Like the 10s, the 20s, the 50s. How many of them are invisible in the middle? In the middle part of the
bill. I think the 5 is. I think all of them. 5, 10, 20, 50. I'm sure about 50 and 5.
I have no idea. I'll be honest.
I think all of them.
I think also all of them. I'm not 100% sure, but I realized I lived here for 6 months and I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't even know which color. Which color is the red one? Is it? It's blue or red? The $10 note. Is
10.
blue or red?
I don't know. 5. Oh my god. Yeah. We're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like if we were having an assessment to be Australian right now, I'm not sure we got it.
No way. Lose it probably.
The first thing I did when I arrived in Australia, I get some change and I take a picture of it and I send a picture to my Facebook and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, like plenty of notes because I made some change to take the purse and stuff like that, and then I forgot about it.
What about the coins? Which one is the?
Oh, that's
which one is
shitty
the biggest coin?
No, 50 cents.
Yeah, smallest one.
$2. Or no, the smallest ones is probably 5 cents, but one of the smallest. Then after that is $2.
But it's weird how the $2 coin is maybe 2 centimeters, and the 51 is like
50 is
like.
If you got 3 or 4 of them, you have 1 kilo in your wallet.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
I
hate
don't
that.
understand this.
I hate that.
The
So
euro is way nicer.
Yeah.
The euro is way nicer to handle.
Yeah, and Australians maybe like England. From England, they like to do things differently.
They have a different shape. The coins, they're not always round. They have like hexagonal or however you call it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so weird.
If money wasn't any kind of factor, if there was not a barrier that you have to earn money first and do something, what would be something you would really like to do for a living? And let's say it's not only partying, like you have to.
Yeah.
No, you can say whatever you want. So maybe it helps you. For me, it was. I saw this before I started traveling. I saw this video on Facebook. There was this girl. She was British and she just went to Sri Lanka, and she started building this dog rescue center. So I think she worked 9 months in Sri Lanka and 3 months in England. I have no idea about the time. But she spent definitely a long time in Sri Lanka, and they took a lot of dogs from the street and they helped him to revive and come back up. And just by the videos they made, like all these stories you make when an animal is very aggressive or shy or shows like abnormal behavior in the beginning and then becomes like a good friend of the person, and you see the furs getting better. Yeah, that was something
Magical.
like magical.
Yeah.
Something I would do like a dog rescue center somewhere in Asia, I think.
Dog rescue center.
Yeah, I would try to do that and then give it to the locals.
Yeah. Yeah, something good. I don't know. For me, I like, one of the things I really like is taking, renovating stuff,
Yeah.
house, cars, everything. So take the stuff that is designed to go to the trash,
Yeah.
and was still good, because now we are in a period of where all the things that are going to the trash now are things that have been made, like for example the cars, the houses, the 10, 20, 30 years before, and it was still good quality, and so we can still have the good material from that. So I like to take anything of that good quality and bring it back now. For example, I've been doing that for vinyl CD player. I found a really old one, but it was so good quality that I just had to order some parts, make it, and so yeah, use my brain and my hands to make stuff. I love working with the wood. I love making furniture for house, everything which is related to design and bringing things past from not dead but dying or not used anymore, and show that it was best to have this kind of good quality things instead of
maintain it.
Instead of the garbage that we have now, and buy another plastic table or buy which has no soul. The thing, the objects, everything had a soul before.
Especially if you look at furniture.
Yeah, especially
this table we are sitting on right now, I think it has no soul.
No, it doesn't have.
But the chairs they have a little bit. Like
yeah.
it's like office chairs. They are kind of very strong bluish, light bluish. I don't know what the color is. And you can make your circles on these chairs. They have like 6 wheels on the bottom.
Noise. You can hear probably from the beginning.
All the time.
Yeah.
I can't cut out this. I'm way too lazy to cut out the scratchy sounds.
Yeah, speaking of table and furniture, when just before I left France, I made one year before I made a table out of a palette, old palette. So I done everything, and it was like a table for a small table or a coffee table for the living room. And my friends liked them so much that they bought it, because they didn't want me to get rid of it to anyone else. So it was so easy. And then like maybe 20 people went to my house because I was selling some stuff around the table, and I think 80% of them asked me about the table if they could buy it as well, and I said no, sorry, it's for one of my friends. But yeah, kind of this, when there is a soul, it brings the attention, and people are
And you know what? Also for furniture, and also some people have that.
Yeah.
Some people, they enter the room and you think like, who came here? It doesn't matter if it's male, female person. It has. You really have to separate sexuality in this moment. That's what you think about this person. This is the next thing.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you can be pissed, you can be wow, like.
And sometimes you don't know. Yeah. For a table, you know that it's kind of nice. For the people, it's maybe usually more difficult. There's something, but sometimes you don't know what. There's something that attracts you to know more.
That's true. It's true.
They need safety. They need safety. I can understand that. Maybe the more I go, the more I understand. I not completely understand when someone, we said someone you don't understand. But the people I understand them better now. Some just need safe place, and safe sometimes just mean routine, just mean to know that they will be able to provide for the family and themselves food and money, so have a stable job. And sometimes people that are not in this kind of way, taking risks, you're wondering why they do that.
Exactly.
Why? And same as my friend before I left France. Why do you leave this?
It's your comfort zone. It's the perfect place for you to be.
Why some people leave the comfort zone?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of situations where I've struggled after leaving my comfort zone in Germany as well. But these are the situations I think the most positive about, and I think I learned the most things of jumping into something new. And you have to imagine, like, I live like 3 months here, 3 months here, 3 months there, and every time you learn something absolutely different. For example, here in Kent, for all the people who are still listening after 22 minutes, there's huge bats everywhere. They're flying foxes, they call them here. It's just crazy if it starts getting dark, and these huge birds, I don't want to say thousands of them, but hundreds of them flying through the streets. That's just crazy.
Looks like prehistoric animal or something really impressive, yeah.
Also something that is maybe only possible in Australia.
Yeah, one of the things crazy and possible here. Yeah.
Okay, guys, this was Interview with a Backpacker, very first episode. I hope you enjoyed the appearance of my friend Patrick. And we're also gonna post. I haven't asked you about that, but
I guess I will say yes if you hear that.
We're probably gonna make like maybe a cool picture together later. And if you want to look at my Instagram account DYSN49, you can see you can have a face. You can get a face for that beautiful voice. You can also listen to my other podcast on Spotify or iTunes. It's called Roll the Dice. It's a German podcast, so some language skills might be necessary before. I have a website as well, Daysun7.com. Check that out as well. If you have any questions, just message me on Instagram. And hear you next week, Wednesday, Thursday, where I'm going to interview someone else. Maybe a little bit earlier, depends on the people's time. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining this episode of Interview with a Backpacker, weekly on Spotify and iTunes. Subscribe to stay tuned. Stay tuned in general, bro.
That is why I have teamed up with Medallion Man, the shop for medallion needs. You see, sometimes girls like other girls, but they need men. Men with big, bulging, gold-plated discs of virility buried in their deep jungle of their hairy chests. Medallion Man caters to all levels of masculinity. For the animal lover, a cobra, a stallion, or gorilla medallion brings out the beast within. For the Civil War enthusiast, how about a medallion that tells the story of the Battle of Bull Run to the Gettysburg Address? And for the traditional man with the raging Oedipus complex, a gold-plated picture of Mom to hang around your neck and really impress the ladies. Don't forget, every woman knows if you can't support a medallion, you can't support a family.